People often ask the question, is the American dream dead? I believe the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the creator of American Dream TV, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show showing you real neighborhoods from real professionals. Today, we're going to take you all across the country, showing you why we live in the greatest country on the planet. Let's get this show started right now. Welcome to the American Dream.
The American Dream.
You're watching The American Dream.
The American Dream.
Showing you the real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
Let's get this party started right now.
Let's go do this.
It is heating up once again.
We're the Davids going up against the Goliath. Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts.
The staple of the neighborhood. Can't wait to present it to you.
It's all about lifestyle.
In your community.
That's what this show, The American Dream, is all about. Cheers to your American Dream.
Welcome to the city of Woodstock, Georgia, recently named in the top 50 best places to live in America by Money Magazine. Today, we are taking you beyond the historic streets and vibrant community to spotlight a local restaurant that is making dreams come true through the Make-A-Wish Georgia Foundation. I'm your host, Elizabeth Martin, and this is The American Dream. So we are here with William and Mandy Sigley, owners of Succulent Hospitality, and we're here at one of their premier restaurants called Prime 120 Steakhouse here in downtown Woodstock. And I am so excited to be here and participate in this great event. And I mean, the whole James Bond theme, you look beautiful as ever. So William, tell me how did this Woodstock Wishes Gala first come about?
We can't talk about Woodstock Wishes without talking about this beautiful lady here, my wife, Mandy. She is a Make-A-Wish grantor for Make-A-Wish Georgia. And when a sick child is wanting to do a wish, she will go to their house and find out what kind of wish they want, and she does everything she can to make it happen. Through our business over the years, we get a lot of people asking us for donations for this and that, and $100 here and $50 there. And it's great, but we weren't making much of an impact, and we really wanted to make an impact for our company. So we sort of pooled all our resources, grabbed all our friends, said, hey, let's do something really impactful. Let's raise a ton of money and just make a splash for Make-A-Wish, because it's dear to our heart, and we love that organization so much.
That's amazing. And Mandy, being a Wish kid yourself, what type of impact did this have on you as a child and even as an adult?
One thing that people don't understand is that kids that are in hospitals don't get the normal things that normal kids get. You don't get family vacations during the summertime. You don't get to go on spring break trips because all your parents' money go to your hospital bills and things like that. And so you're always looking for something to look forward to. And so when you have that wish to hold on to and know that something good's happening, it gives you this hope to hold on to the next thing and to keep going. And so I know what that gave me as a Wish child and what it gave my family. And so now to be able to return that favor is just beyond exciting. And I just hope that we can bring that same joy and passion and excitement to kids' lives that it brought me when I was little.
So how much is the average cost for a Make-A-Wish Georgia?
Well, the average wish is about $10,000 per child. So it's a significant amount of money. And that's where we come in, and we're raising, last year, our first year out, we raised $25,000. So we were able to grant 2 wishes in our first year. So this year, it's amazing, right? Amazing. And so this year we're hoping to raise $30,000 is our goal, so we can raise 3 wishes.
That is great. I mean, so now there are kids here tonight. So what are their wishes?
So we have 2 kids that are coming tonight. One we have already granted her wish. Her wish was to have a Peppa Pig Sophia the First camper because they go camping all the time and she did not want to sleep on the ground anymore. So little Zoe will be here tonight. And then we have another little girl, Eloise, who is a current wish child, and her wish is to go to Paris. So part of our fundraising tonight is to go towards granting that wish for her.
That is just incredible. I can't wait to meet these children that are here tonight and their families. And I guess we'll just go join this fabulous event that you're sponsoring. So I am here with Jeff and Erica. They are guests here at Prime 120 for the Woodstock Wishes Gala. And thank you for being here. How are you guys having a good time?
Fantastic time,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right? I mean, it's a fabulous event. So what is it about the gala and what makes you guys be donors and choosing the Make-A-Wish Georgia?
It's just such a special organization. We know William and Mandy very well. And to be able to, help out particularly little kids with wishes that they want to have fulfilled, we really find great meaning in that. So we're very happy to be here. It's such a lovely night at Prime 120, and so we're really happy to be here.
And I hear you're regular customers as well.
Yes, we are. We're here 2 or 3 nights a week, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Well, that is awesome, and thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting.
Of course.
And to make these children's wishes come true. This has been such a fun evening benefiting the Make-A-Wish Georgia Foundation, where donors like you can make a difference in children's lives and make their dreams come true. I'm your host, Elizabeth Martin, and we will see you next time on The American Dream.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to capture life's most inspiring moments on camera? Well, you're in for a treat. My name is Darren Hunter, and tonight I'm at the Celebrate Life Gala for the Georgia Transplant Foundation, and we're gonna get a behind-the-scenes look from the highlight reel, professional storytellers, and they're gonna show us how hope and humanity come together. This is the American Dream. I'm here with Lee and Matt from the highlight reel. Guys, thank you so much for getting us into this amazing, beautiful event that's behind us and throughout this entire location. Why are we here tonight?
We are here tonight for the Georgia Transplant Foundation Gala. Georgia Transplant Foundation is a nonprofit that exists in the state of Georgia that helps families that are going through transplantation. Maybe they're donating an organ to save someone's life. A lot of good stuff happening here tonight.
What will the highlight reel be doing tonight at the gala?
So tonight we will be filming the entire evening, create an epic recap video for the Transplant Foundation. We've also produced the videos that will be featured in the gala itself, highlighting surgeons, social workers, transplant patients, just telling their stories.
Excellent. So we're going to get to see firsthand the work that you all put together, and those are the stories of the main characters of tonight's event. How important is storytelling?
Storytelling is really important because in 2025, people really want to connect with folks. They don't want to just be told something. They don't want something generic. They want to get to the heart of things and they want to be inspired. And so video storytelling really helps connect people in that way.
How did you all begin this journey? Talk to us about how the highlight reel began.
It started with just capturing an event in our community, and we just thought that it would be fun to capture the essence of Woodstock because it's a vibrant community and the people there are awesome and they care. And then once we got into it, we realized that every person, every business, every nonprofit has a bigger heart and meaning behind what they're doing, and that's where we landed. We feel like we're doing our purpose now.
I think we found it. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys a little bit later on. We'll catch you out inside.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for being here tonight.
I'm with Melanie Calkins, the Georgia Transplant Foundation. Melanie, tell us a little bit about what's happening here tonight.
So tonight we are having our largest fundraising event of the year. It is called the Celebrate Life Gala, and the intent is to provide the funding for patients and patient families who are going through the transplant journey.
Why is it so important for you to be involved in the foundation?
The foundation is near and dear to my heart. We had a son who had a heart transplant. That's how we got introduced to the organization. And we see how much need there is for patients, particularly adults who lose their job. And sometimes both people in the family lose their jobs because one's sick and one's the caregiver.
Right.
And they can't make ends meet anymore, and they're desperate.
Yeah, so a lot of people, they don't think about that when we have an accident or a transplant or a sickness or whatever it is. You don't think about what it all takes to take care of that person. And you have to make a decision whether you're going to go to your work or go to the doctor's office a lot of times. So you guys fill that gap.
More than any other organ, kidney has a bridge, right? That bridge is called dialysis. And so there are some people who will just stay on dialysis for years because they think, I can't afford a transplant. And so what we're trying to do is instruct and tell everybody across the state that GTF exists. Right. We can help you. We can be that bridge to get you back on your feet, right? Our total goal is to get people to be self-sufficient, to have all the dignity they had before, and to thrive in a normal life, not as a transplant patient.
So where can everybody get involved?
So the easiest way to get involved is to go through our website. Obviously, we have a lot of events around the metro area and throughout the state. We have educational events. We need volunteers for that. But, go to the website, look to see what interests you, and then participate. Help us spread the word. If you know somebody who's having a transplant somewhere, make sure they know about GTF.
Well, we're going to do our part to get that word out as much as possible and utilize this platform to spread the word as much as we possibly can. So I just want to thank you so much. It's an amazing story, amazing foundation, and an absolutely beautiful event. I'm looking forward to attending tonight. So thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So many amazing stories here tonight, and the highlight reel brought them to life. It was amazing to watch them work. The real story, the Georgia Transplant Foundation. They're giving people a second chance at life, and that's the American dream. My name's Darren Hunter. We'll see you on the next episode.
Hey guys, today we're in Woodstock, Georgia, where we're shining a light on education and all the amazing, incredible people that make it so impactful.
We're introducing you to a passionate principal of a local elementary school, as well as 2 dedicated teachers who are going above and beyond for their students.
I'm so excited we have a special surprise for one of our educators today.
And we can't wait to share it with you.
I'm Gianni Cerretani, the Mortgage Godfather, and joining me today is my lovely co-host,
Elizabeth Martin.
This is
Financing the American Dream. Lori, thank you for having us here today. We are so excited to be here, and I love all the artwork on the walls here. So tell us, what is the best part about being principal of Johnston Elementary School?
The best part about being principal of Johnston is definitely the people. We have such an engaged, involved community. Our PTA will regularly sponsor things like dances and bingo nights for the families. Our teachers host events like music performances, art shows. Everybody here works together to make sure that we create an environment where our students can be successful and happy.
How do you select the Teacher of the Year?
We start by accepting nominations, and then we take the top 3 candidates and put them on a ballot, and the entire staff votes for the person they think is most deserving of that award. Our Teacher of the Year this year is so special because she wears many hats at Johnston and she excels at every single responsibility. With our students, she provides instructional strategies and interventions to meet their individual needs. She also, as our RTI chair, she hosts a lot of parent meetings and she interacts with families on a weekly basis. With our teachers, she supports them as they analyze student data and plan instruction for the students, and she works with our ILS, our lead strategist, to meet student needs.
I'm here with Johnston Elementary's Teacher of the Year, Miss Sarah Gunn. Miss Gunn, thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course.
Excellent. So I hear you do a lot in this school. Tell us a little bit about some of the roles that you play in this school.
Sure. I'm an early intervention teacher, so I mainly work with students who need a little more academic support.
Okay.
I get to work with small groups of students in lots of different grade levels, so I really enjoy that part of my role.
So you got to be involved in the whole school.
Yes,
That's
I
cool.
also get to co-teach with some of our teachers. I'm a support teacher in their classroom, and so I really enjoy getting to be in lots of the different grade levels.
So what's your favorite part about teaching?
Definitely just seeing my students be successful. A lot of the students I work with have had some academic difficulties, some academic struggles, and so when you see kind of that light bulb go on and you see them be successful, that's just really what it's all about. And brings me a lot of joy to see their confidence increase and get to see their parents excited about their progress as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, being Teacher of the Year at Johnston is truly an honor. We have so many wonderful and deserving teachers here. So for me to be voted Teacher of the Year, I feel really grateful and honored. To know your coworkers and colleagues see your efforts and support you is a really great feeling, and I'm really appreciative of that.
Well, again, thank you so much for all
Thank
you do. You're absolutely a special person. So thank you for going above and beyond for our children. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
So one of the other ways that we're honoring teachers is our Teacher Hero of the Month Award. And we have the honor of presenting the very first Johnston Elementary Teacher of the Month Award. It's a surprise.
Everybody, Miss Wortham is receiving a Teacher Hero of the Month Award. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're the very first recipient. So not only do you get the award, but you're now in history. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
I told them you deserve this. Your art show, the glow show that you did back at STEAM Night was amazing. You worked so hard with our students to help them create beautiful pieces of art. So thank you for all you do at Johnston.
Thank you very much.
So what is it about Miss Wortham that you love so much?
Well, Miss Wortham is really good at teaching art, and she made a really fun activity for us with air-dried clay for the glow show. And I'm really glad that you nominated her. She's a really good art teacher.
I love about Miss Wortham, she's super kind, and I feel like she's the best one yet because all of her creative ideas, and I just love her.
My favorite thing about Miss Wortham is she always wants us to take our time, and she never rushes us. And please don't tell any other specials teacher, but this is my favorite class.
I'm your host, Elizabeth Martin, and I want to thank Lori for having us here today to highlight our amazing teachers.
Our educators are such an important part of our foundation. I want to thank all the educators here at Johnston Elementary, especially our award recipients. And I want to say it's really important that we go above and beyond every single day to show our appreciation to our educators. They are the foundation of our society. They're what make us great each and every day. I'm your host, Gianni Cerretani, the Mortgage Godfather, and this is
Financing the American Dream.
See you next time.
Welcome to the American Dream TV. I'm your host, Audrey Bankhead, and today we are taking a tour through Main Street, Lilburn with Mayor Gianni Christ.
This house, you look at this street called Railroad Avenue, you can see it's as straight as an arrow. The train stopped here. Behind this house was a little, it's now a guest house, but that's where the produce was put on the train to head to Atlanta. I know this house pretty well. It's our home.
Yes.
So, so our house was built in 1894. This was built about 1901. And these are the only two distinct manor homes in the entire city. So they are on a lot of publications from the city, and we tried to keep both of them to be historically accurate. We put on the front of this one this open arms with the welcoming sense of come to our home. So we have three big ones and one smaller mural in town. This is Sonny Franks, who is an internationally known muralist. This one is his latest creation. It says over there, the two most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you discover your why.
Yes.
Wile E. Coyote looking on here from the back of the building.
How funny.
To make sure that everything goes well.
That is hysterical. I've driven by this so many times. How did I not notice Wiley?
And we have our third mural right here. This is inspired by Rosalind Carter. She was a big butterfly person, so we have her little QR code right there. We invited her for the unveiling, but she did not accommodate.
So I'm here with City of Lilburn Mayor Gianni Christ. And Johnny, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you and your family lived here in Lilburn?
It's interesting, we moved in 1986. I went to a seminar and they said, buy a house cash. And we had some equity in another house. And so I bought a house right here in downtown, and it was across the street from City Hall. And I think I'm the only guy in the world that ever went to Williamsburg for our honeymoon, because I just love historic places. And we bought a historic home, and it was right here, and it ultimately meant that I became the mayor, very unintentionally.
That's fun.
But been here 30 plus years.
So, Johnny, as the mayor of Lilburn, you definitely have your finger on the pulse of what's going on here.
I do.
And I'm curious, what are you most excited about that's coming in Lilburn's future?
Well, I hear the same mantra from every person everywhere. We want restaurants, we want restaurants. Why aren't you building restaurants? As if we can wave a magic wand. So I went to Starbucks and I said, Starbucks left. We would like, how could you come back? And he said, and this was very pointed, he said, Mayor, you don't have enough rooftops. You need more people that can spend $5 for a latte. So that means density.
Yes.
And that's the big controversy. I want a restaurant, I have to have more houses. I don't want houses, but I want the restaurant.
Right.
We can't have it both ways, so we made a choice.
Hand in hand.
We do. So we made a choice. We're going to do density, and that is we're going to get, rather than one house on a half acre, we're going to get several townhomes on a half acre, and that brings a restaurant. So we have 2 restaurants scheduled for right there. We have 1 restaurant there and 2 right there.
Excellent.
So I call it 10 by 10. I want 10 restaurants within a 10-minute walk. From City Hall to where we sit right now is 10 minutes. We want 10 restaurants to fill the space up, and it will.
Wow, 10 restaurants in 10 minutes. Lilburn, I hope you're hungry. I sure am. I hope you've enjoyed our tour today of Lilburn with Mayor Gianni Christ. I know I sure have. Now, next time you're in Gwinnett County, come on down to Lilburn, check out some of our local gems, and you're gonna find out why I love this town so much. And don't forget to join me, Audrey Bankhead, next time on the American Dream TV.
Welcome back to American Dream TV, a Emmy-nominated TV show. I am your host, Ken Covert, and today we are back in the vibrant Morningside neighborhood where I live my American dream. We're going to be featuring this beautiful house behind me that the current owners have been there for over 33 years. It's the outstanding example of Morningside Tudor architecture, 4 bedrooms, 3 levels. It's loaded with character and charm. We are also going to be interviewing the homeowner, who is Emmy Award winner journalist. And so I'm excited to share Bruce and his tales of raising his 2 boys here and his wife Ann. And so come on, let's do this. Let's enjoy this great neighborhood and this great house. Welcome to your new home. Boy, I never get tired of saying that. That's one of the reasons why I love real estate. So here we are in this Morningside Tudor home. What a surprise it is. You've got a large reading room, living room. You've got 3 different levels, 4 bedrooms. Primary suite is up, 2 more on the main, and you've got a full finished terrace level with a bedroom down there and a recreation space. Here we are, the heart and soul of the house, the kitchen. You have the separate breakfast room where they have meals together as a family breakfast and dinner. It also leads directly over to the entertainment bar, and then the TV room where they watch TV and enjoy family moments. And most important, the outdoor space. Great for grilling and barbecue in the deck, and then come back in and have their meals together. Another standout feature of this house is this terrace level. To have a dry terrace level basement for recreation and fun is so hard to find. And this family, for the last 33 years, they raised their twin boys here. You can just feel the fun that happened down here. And so this space has a nice charming fireplace, your 4th bedroom and bathroom, mudroom, laundry room, and a workshop. And the oversized primary suite. Wow, what great space this is. You've got abundance of natural light, 2 walk-in closets, one currently being used as home office, which is Bruce's home office, where he actually did his work, where he won his Emmys from. In addition, you've got a spa-like bath with jetted tub, separate shower, dual vanities, and a storage room. Speaking of Bruce, boy, do I have a special treat for us. I get a chance to interview our homeowner, Bruce, who's an Emmy Award winner journalist. Bruce, first of all, thank you for this. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. And what's it like to live in Morningside and watch the evolution and progression of Morningside over these years?
If you talk about evolution, I would say that the thing I've noticed most is that the age has come down. I mean,
really,
when our kids went to school, there was 1 school here.
Right.
The elementary school, which is just clearly 5 houses down.
Right.
And now I think there's 3 schools serving the same neighborhood.
Right.
But mostly, what I liked about it is that it hasn't changed.
Right.
The things that drew me here in the first place are still the same things.
The sense of neighborhood.
The neighborhood, the trees, the walkability, and the location of it. It's so central.
The proximity to almost shopping, restaurants, the airport.
Yeah, I mean, the downtown to midtown to Buckhead to east to Decatur, you're kind of in between all those.
And so next, we're going to talk about what it's like to be an Emmy Award winner.
No, I was in TV for about 35 years.
Okay.
In local and national television.
Right.
Primarily as what we call feature reporter, which is, you know, in many ways I did my best to stay off the news of the day because I like telling stories.
Right. Right.
Kind of backwoods kind of stories.
Right.
I used to work for CNN.
Right.
And I got this thing when I was with CNN.
This thing, the Emmy trophy, the benchmark which we all are working for.
And, you know, I don't want to inflate that because I was part of a team that was, you know, I was one of several. And it's fun to be recognized.
Yeah, it is. It is. You must be very proud.
No, I'm proud of what the career as a whole was,
and
which was mainly feature reporting.
And it's a great example of what this show is all about. You living the American dream, working hard and getting acknowledged.
I think so. I mean, this is, you know, I don't want to hard sell, but this is just the idyllic neighborhood, the kind of, you know, the...
Because it is a neighborhood. You know, as a resident myself for the last 21 years, I love living here. I cannot imagine living anywhere else because it is truly a neighborhood.
They call it like the Leave It to Beaver neighborhood, you know, it just like, I couldn't improve upon it.
Yeah, that's great. I love hearing that and love sharing that with everybody as well. Thank you for joining me today on my latest episode of American Dream Television. I just love this day and look so forward to it. I want to thank you for spending some time with me and learning more about Morningside, the neighborhood I also call home. I also want to thank our special guest, Bruce Burkhart, my seller, as he's won an Emmy Award and also lived in our neighborhood for over 33 years. So I'm your host. Again, Ken Covers, thank you for joining me today. Continue to live the American dream. Covers out.
Welcome to West Point Lake. I'm your host, Kendall Butler, and today we're checking out the Okfuskee Conservation Center and the Chattahoochee Riverkeeper. Let's go check them out. We're here with Anna Knight at Okfuskee Conservation Center. Anna is an event planner and a wedding planner here in LaGrange, Georgia. Tell us a little bit about this specific center.
Sure, yes, it's Okfuskee Conservation Center. We opened about a year and a half ago. We're right here on Pine Road Park, so it's a park that's been owned by the county forever. But the county came in and decided to put an event center here just to be able to attract more events, anything from corporate treats to weddings. We want to bring people from outside of LaGrange to use it, and it's just been a great facility since we opened a year and a half ago.
Well, I am primarily in the Atlanta region, and I was in Birmingham just maybe 2 weeks ago, and someone had visited LaGrange because they had been here to Okfuskee Conservation Center, and they said they had attended a wedding here. So this is just a beautiful location, but it's relatively inexpensive compared to a lot of other areas.
Yes, a lot of the larger cities, they do require you to use certain vendors. We do allow you to use whoever you would like. Although weddings has been a very popular type of event for us. We've probably had 150 events since we opened, so about half of those have been weddings, but we have also been working a lot with business retreats, family reunions, because they can have a grill in the backyard and they can, in the back, and they can grill hamburgers, or they can come in and do a business meeting during the day for 15 people. We pull a wall out, it makes the room much smaller, but then we can open the walls up and get 350 to 400 people here. So we can really accommodate very small groups all the way up to large groups for 400 people. We've even had a festival here with thousands of people just because of the grounds being so large.
We're here at Chattahoochee Riverkeeper with Henry Jacobs, and I'd like you to tell us a little bit about the mission for the Chattahoochee Riverkeeper.
Yeah, so we're all about protecting the river so that we have enough clean water now for future generations. I mean, a lot of people love to get out on the lakes that we have on the river, but also paddling, fishing, just coming out for a picnic at a park. And so Riverkeeper, we're kind of an independent group that makes sure we have clean water and enough water flowing down.
Okay, so do you have people that go and test the water that's in the lake and on Chattahoochee River, or what's the process?
Yeah, we've got a team of about 20 people who are working up and down all 430 miles of the Chattahoochee River. And we're doing water monitoring, cleanups, and getting kids out on our floating classroom.
Okay, so kids on the floating classroom. So what is that?
Yeah, and so, out here on West Point Lake, we have a 40-foot boat called the Miss Sally, and we bring out school groups for field trips. A lot of kids, it's their first time on a boat. So, just that experience, getting out, but then telling them, when you turn the faucet on at home or at school, that source of water most likely is the Chattahoochee. So really important to protect it, and then also just have a good time, right? Show them you can have a good time out on the lake.
Well, we really appreciate your time, and we look forward to finding out more about the Chattahoochee Riverkeeper, and we'd like to see the lake a little bit. West Point Lake is a 26,000-acre lake with 500 miles of shoreline that stretches across Alabama and Georgia. It is a fisherman's paradise, and local residents love it for recreation. West Point Lake is only an hour south of the Atlanta International Airport, and it is located within the town of LaGrange, Georgia. LaGrange has excellent health care, including WellStar's Cancer Clinic, Heart Clinic, and a full-service hospital. There are award-winning golf courses nearby, as well as bike trails throughout the community and mountain bike trails all around the lake. LaGrange has a thriving historic downtown that includes Sweetland Amphitheater, Wild Leap Brewery, multiple museums and performing arts theater, and lots of restaurants, ice creams, and cafes. Living on West Point Lake has the benefit of affordable lake living and convenience to shopping, recreation, and travel. On West Point Lake, you can have it all: convenience, privacy, acreage, and access to the lake. This home has 4 acres of privacy and a dock on West Point Lake for under $550,000. I hope you enjoyed your tour of West Point Lake today. Tune in next time as we explore more communities on the south side of Atlanta where you can move to happy.
Hey y'all, I'm Robin Allison, your local realtor here in beautiful Richmond Hill, Georgia. Today I'm your host for American Dream TV here in Savannah, and I'm going to show you all about one of the hottest communities in our area. This is Heartwood, and right here at the center of Heartwood is Del Webb Heartwood. This is Savannah's first 55 and up community, and I can't wait to show you all about it. Let's go take a look. Hi, we're inside one of the model homes now here in the Del Webb Heartwood, and I've got Steve Kelly. He is one of the 3 amazing sales consultants here. I want you to tell me a little bit about what it's like living here in Del Webb.
Yeah, Robin, we're so excited. We just opened up back in February with the Del Webb here in Heartwood. Del Webb is really the premier active adult community brand in the country.
Okay.
And what we offer is, a really resort style living, active adult community where you can stay as busy as you want. We like to say it's kind of like living on a cruise ship that never leaves dock.
So I know we're in one of the model homes now. How many different floor plans do you offer here?
Yeah, so we've got 11 floor plans we build. We've built 6 of them as models. We've got kind of a small, medium, and large. We call it scenic, distinctive, and echelon. So everything from 1,400 square feet all the way up to 2,700 square feet, all on one floor.
Now I see this home that we're in has stairs, so you said they were all on one level.
That's right. Yes, Robin, good catch. So they all have the option to add a second floor.
Oh, all of them? All 11?
All of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You get to build the house from the ground up, choose your cabinets, your flooring. You want a screen lanai, if you want an upstairs.
You just said there's going to be resort style living.
Right.
What are some of the amenities that are going to be here in Del Webb?
That's right.
Heartwood?
So it's not just about activities and group activities, but it's all going to be in our community center, right? So we're expecting a grand opening early 2027 of our 15,000 square foot amenity building. It's going to be a full fitness center. We're going to have fitness rooms where you'll have classes that might be led by, you're a resident who used to teach Zumba. Now we can, so that's kind of the way we interact with building the community out. But you'll have a little cafe in there. You'll have indoor, outdoor saltwater pools that are heated, lap pool, tennis, pickleball, bocce. We'll have a boathouse on our 7-acre lake with kayak and canoe launch. So if you're into fishing, 7 miles of walking trails. We'll have a floating day dock on the Jericho River.
That's one thing I have heard, that this is the first Del Webb with deep water access. Is that right?
That is right.
Okay.
Absolutely. We're really excited about that.
And I know something that a 55 and up community is interested in is healthcare.
That's
and I know
right.
there's a big St. Joe's Candler development going in there. The urgent care is already open.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be a whole facility with a bunch of other stuff too. So
it's a great point, Robin. The one of the nice features of the Candler partnership here is called Be Health. So there's already been a representative on site for folks who have been moving here for the last 3 years. And so she will help you get set up with a primary care physician, any specialists you might need if you're moving to the area. And then once you're here, there's health screenings involved, there's some fitness classes, yoga, massage therapy. So a lot of folks locally see that urgent care and think that's it, but there's so much more.
So much more that they're already offering.
That's right.
were just over in Del Webb, Hartwood, and that neighborhood's going to be situated on the Jericho River, going to have deep water access. I wanted to show you a little bit more personal side since we couldn't get to all the details over there. This is deep water on the Tivoli River. Welcome to 659 Harbor Lane, one of my listings here in Richmond Hill. Let's take a look inside. This home is a little over 3,000 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms and 3 full bathrooms. As you can see, it's been beautifully updated here pretty recently. The neighborhood is amazing. It has a swimming pool. It is also situated here on the Tivoli River, like we talked about earlier. There is a boat hoist and a community dock available that is just down the block. You can also store your boat in a gated lot here in the neighborhood or on the driveway. It's a wonderful home and beautiful for those people looking for a little bit of space and privacy right on deep water here in Richmond Hill. All right, so as you can see, Richmond Hill has a lot to offer. Over in Hartwood, it's great for anybody in any age, but Del Webb specifically is great for those 55 and up people looking to retire and have that active lifestyle community. Or if you're looking for more space and a little more privacy, something like this is perfect as well. That's it for today. I really enjoyed being your host on American Dream TV. I'm Robin Allison, and I'll see you next time.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the American Dream TV. We created this show to combat negative media, to show that the American Dream is alive and well by showing you real stories in real neighborhoods. Thank you so much for watching the show, and cheers to your American Dream.